Hi friends, happy Sunday. Okay, I am just now sitting down to get some stuff caught up. I'm gonna upload a meal plan. I'm gonna go into my messenger. I'm gonna catch up on all your messages. But I had a couple thoughts I wanted to share with you. So take what you need, pass what doesn't serve you. It's okay. Number one, tomorrow is Monday. It's a perfect opportunity to begin again. We say this so often because if you're like me, you need those fresh starts, like begin again, realign, recommit, refocus on your journey because it's not perfect, okay? So tomorrow is a fresh start. If you need to jump in with me, jump in with me. If that means you're in the middle of a program and you just need more accountability, that's cool. If that means that you need to completely come up with a new plan, let's do it, okay? I am starting finally 4 weeks for everybody. It is the workout program that comes with 4-week gut protocol. And I didn't start that workout part because I was finishing up Transform 20. Today was my very last workout. And so tomorrow is kind of, even though I'm in week 2 of gut protocol, it's a fresh day 1. And I just look at them as chapters. I did the math today and I have completed 24 different Beachbody programs, at least once. I know I've done more. Like I know I've done 21 Day Fix. I don't know how many times. I don't know how many times I've done 80 Day Obsession. And that's not counting the programs that I've started that haven't spoken to me that I've put back on the shelf, okay? So if you're not already, I think it would be kind of cool to keep a running log of where you're at with your journey. All of the Beachbody On Demand programs come with a calendar, okay? So if you pull up your Beachbody On Demand and you click on the program you're gonna do or you're in the middle of, there's program materials, and that will give you a calendar that you can print off. So you print it off and you track your stuff. If you're not tracking, this is a really awesome tool because it's just like, it's more data, right? It's just like measurements. It's just like your before photos. It's like the number on the scale. It paints a picture. And sometimes when we're in the middle of our journey, we don't actually see how far we've come and all of the awesome traction that we're getting. So this is a really great tool to have in your tool chest. So I have printed mine off for 4 weeks for everybody, and I'm gonna start that tomorrow. A lot of you are on the fence about it. A lot of you have already bought the kit and you're gonna start with me. And so I have a couple words for you. If you're brand new or if you're really struggling with nutrition, with sugar, can we be honest for a second? Easter is coming. I want you to have success. I don't want you to set yourself up for failure. There's never an all or nothing attitude because that will not serve you. It won't serve you. It's not going to make you find joy in the journey. It's not going to help you get momentum. I am kind of an all or nothing person, but I've had to learn to temper that over the years and give myself grace. Like yesterday, I ate way more than my normal containers, but I still tracked it. And I also still ate the foods that were on the plan. I was just hungry. And I'm not going to be like, well, you've eaten your containers, drink more water. Like I was hungry. And maybe I'm hungry because I worked harder. Maybe I'm hungry because I had more physical activity. Maybe I'm hungry for other reasons outside of some of the things we normally say, like, oh, it's just emotional eating or whatever. I was legit hungry. So I had more carbs. I had more fruit. I had an extra serving of protein. And the world will go on, okay? It's trial and error. It's you figuring out your own stuff. So if you have gut protocol and you are brand new to this, I'm encouraging you to begin tomorrow, okay? But have it be kind of a soft start, a soft lunch. Like you're just getting used to the container system. Give yourself that wiggle room. Don't set yourself up for failure. If you know you can't handle the Easter baskets and the candy and all that, then why don't you start where you are, but give yourself the cushion in case when you have the Reese's Pieces or whatever, you don't feel like you've completely sabotaged yourself, okay? I tend to, once I start, I can't be stopped. So for me, like Easter basket stuff came in the mail from my mother-in-law and I told Charlotte, please take that somewhere else. Like I just can't even be tempted with it. I don't have the willpower. And so she did. She took it downstairs and that's the end of it. So anyways, that was just what I was thinking about in the shower. I'm like, I want you to begin. I'm not telling you to postpone it. I'm not telling you to wait. I'm telling you to start now, but with the leeway that you need so that you can get momentum. Because that's what this journey is about. It's about you finding your confidence. It's about you discovering your self-belief. It's about you growing that muscle because it's a muscle. We're not just born with confidence. We're not just born with self-belief. Like it is something that you have to actively work on cultivating. And when I counted up my programs today, when I sat there on the step after finishing Transform 20 and Shanti was kind of like crying, I was like, all the days that I want to and all the days that I don't want to, they all add up. Your day, your week, your month, time is going to pass whether or not you show up to your journey or not. So why don't you show up the best that you can today and collect your wins and move forward that way? Like, it's kind of bizarre. It's kind of crazy. I never did sports when I was younger. I was never into working out or athletics. That was not me, ever. I was uncoordinated. I had all these limiting self-beliefs. But I decided to become a different version of Sarah. I decided that I didn't feel good in my skin. I was tired of feeling uncomfortable naked. I was tired of being fat. I was over 200 pounds. I felt gross. It's not about numbers or any of that. I felt gross. I felt unhealthy. I felt out of breath. I felt sad. I felt disgusted with myself. And so I decided that I was going to change something. And I knew it wasn't going to be overnight. I tried to make it be overnight. Like, what the heck? I did 2 workouts. Why don't I not have 6-pack, right? That's not how this works, okay? So if you're not at that place where you haven't hit that bottom or you haven't made that promise to yourself, I'm challenging you tonight on a Sunday, to kind of think about that a little bit. And like, what is your why? It can't just be the number. It can't just be the size. It needs to be something else more intrinsic than that. Like, I want to feel good. I want to feel proud. I just want to feel good, right? Right. Okay, so there's that. Give yourself grace. Start with me in your way, okay? That's basically what I was just saying. Like, I want you to follow the plan, but I also want you to give yourself grace and know who you are. Like, if your container system is completely new to you, going all in the week of Easter might not be the best idea. Okay, we begin where we are. We start to figure it out. It's okay if you mess up. It's okay if you don't have it all figured out. If you need help figuring out where you're at with your bracket, with your containers, please let me know. It's very simple, okay? But we tend to complicate things, especially things that feel like they might be uncomfortable. So I'm your coach. I'm your secret weapon. If you need someone to show up every single day and harass you and bother you, that's not what I do. I'm not compensated enough to do that. I have 3 of my own humans, and there's like 410 people in here, and I don't know how many people are in Bod Group. I would literally never get off my phone. So you need to take ownership of your journey. I want you to win. I already believe in you. If you don't believe in yourself, you're going to borrow my belief, and you're going to take that, and you're going to do the next right thing, and you're just going to get momentum on your journey. But if you need more, then you need to show up for more. Okay, if you want to text me every day, text me every day. I don't freaking care. If you want to inbox my messenger, go ahead. But this is a self-driven journey, and you have to be at a place, kind of a rock bottom place, I think, to be able to make this like massive shift. And like Carla said on Zoom last week, she said, this is a staircase thing, right? It's a stepping stone thing. Nobody rewrites their entire life all at once. We watch people on social, we watch other people's transformations, and it's easy to think that they just have it all together, or it must have been really easy for them. No, it's like consistent daily action. It is making the decision to do the thing that maybe you don't feel like doing on all the days. It doesn't mean it start to finish on all the days, but it means you at least touch it. That's what I'm asking you to do. So as we move into a new week, what part of your journey do you need to touch? What is your non-negotiable? Like moving your body every single day, it's a non-negotiable. Maybe getting your water in every day is your non-negotiable. Maybe logging your containers or your movement or whatever. It's a non-negotiable. You have to come up with that for you. And if you need help, I'm happy to help you. But I think some of you are like waiting for me to like show up with a cattle prod, and that's not how this works. This is a self-driven thing. So borrow my belief, plug into this space, log your accountability, message me if you need it, but I'm just saying you have to have that desire to do something different, because nothing will change until you change. And the way we change is to make a decision and then just to take daily action. And like I said, it won't always be perfect. It might be struggle busty sometimes. You might fail. You might get off track, but you just get back on track. That's the beauty of a Monday. It's the beauty of a fresh start, right? Right. Okay. So on the tail end of that, I want to talk about coaching and how coaching can help you with that accountability piece. I haven't been talking about coaching much lately. I don't really know why, but there's a few of you in here that are either really struggling to get going and stay consistent, Or there's a few of you in here who are just freaking rock stars and you'd be an epic and amazing coach. But that word is scary AF, I think, for a lot of people. We tend to like read way too much into it. So as a coach, I'm a normal person. I get paid to make my journey my job. And I was the kind of person where I could come up with 1,000 excuses if I knew it wasn't going to be perfect. If I knew I was like the queen of self-sabotage, if it can't be all or nothing, well, then I'm just not going to do it, right? So I needed that extra layer of showing up for someone else. And for a while, that was me showing up for my kids. I've talked about this before, right? Like they became my reason why. When I didn't want to, well, I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for them because they deserve to have a happy mom. But more importantly, they're going to mirror everything that I do and don't do. So that was a motivating force. And then came coaching because number one, I saw the business opportunity and I was already in love with this and sharing it. So I was like, well, why wouldn't I be part of that, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about are those of you who are struggling and you start stopping or you're not even getting the momentum to begin because you're overthinking it. Coaching can be a super powerful tool where you're not an expert. You're not coaching people. You are inviting people to come on the journey with you so that you can be accountability partners together. And maybe that means it's one girlfriend or it's a sister or it's somebody else who needs it. Don't discount it because of where you're at in your journey or what your body looks like or what other limiting belief is coming into your brain. Maybe you think it's the whole like MLM thing, whatever. I had all those objections too, and it took me an entire year to say yes to coaching because I had all these fears and objections and worries, but it is the single most thing that has completely changed my entire life. And there's not like one thing over the other. It's just the compilation of events. And coaching is the thing that has kept me consistent. I could have gone dark in so many different times and circumstances, but I have you guys. I have you as my accountability. And so as much as I help you and as much as I might be in your head, you're in my head. You keep me showing up. That's the reason I get on Zoom every single day is it's because what if you're there? And what if you need that accountability? I know I need it 7 years in. I can only imagine how intimidating and challenging it could be if you're starting from scratch or you're just now recommitting. Don't allow that doubt to keep you stuck. If you have a heart nudge, and you will know if you have a heart nudge, you will have that flutter, that maybe, no, that real quick, no, she's not talking to me. I am talking to you. And there's a couple of you have texted today and you're probably vomiting in your mouth because you're like, whoa. I am just barely able to get myself going. That's the exact point. It is such good accountability. It can be exactly the thing that you need. And there's no right or wrong. Well, the wrong way to do it is to be salesy and gross and fake, okay? But the right way to do it is just to be genuine and authentic and imperfect and messy, but committed. And coaching helps me stay committed, okay? So if you have a nudge, if you want to talk about it, a couple of you have texted me this weekend asking kind of more details about the compensation plan and how all that works. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them. I am so grateful that I have this. I'm so grateful that I do get to make an impact and I do get to make an income. And it is just, at the end of the day, it's me working on my own journey. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that I have completed that many programs. I'm so grateful that I get to be a work in progress. I'm so grateful that we have social media to share the journey. I am not here for the perfection. I am not that. Sometimes I share things and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have shared that, but I'm going to do it because if it helps one person, if it helps the version of me I was when I first started this, like 7, 9, 10 years ago, who had no doubt and I had so much doubt and I had no belief and I hated myself and I was frustrated and I was so mean. But I recognized something had to change. And so I took the freaking action. So the moral of the story is don't overthink it and don't overcomplicate it. Just begin. Again, as many times as you need to. Okay? Okay. So I'm going to pop into my inbox now and I'm going to catch up on those of you who've messaged me. If you need help figuring out what gut protocol kit to get, let me know. If you want to start Job 1, that's an amazing program too. This is not a cookie cutter space. This is you running your own race. Maybe you're postpartum. Maybe you're trying to get pregnant. Maybe you have no desire for any of that and you want to get like a bigger butt. Like, I don't know. It's your journey, okay? So own it. I'm super grateful that I get to be part of yours and that you get to be part of mine.